I mean, abusive relationships are complicated. People might not always be abusive at the start. And also, if you're mentally weak, not saying she's maybe she was. I don't know. Kind of hard to get out of him. Okay, here. Look at this clip. So this is back when he was
showing him throwing
Maya.
stuff at Maya. I mean, albeit just like right in their face. Okay. And she also ends up talking about these.
Maya unimpressed.
And then Mizkif outside to your girlfriend on stream. Like, I can't even imagine what type of shit you would do to them off stream. And W, Brian for the dono. Sociopaths know how to turn on and off when needed. Exactly. Streamers often kind of self-contained incestuous environment. That makes sense because it is like a smaller environment. But yeah, and then like she even says like later in this clip, she's like, we're on stream. Because maybe he didn't know they were on stream, or maybe he did and he just didn't give a fuck. It's really unsettling. Also, dude's a pussy because he only treats women like that, but crickets are when he's around other men. Exactly. And part of like his defense statement, which we'll look into later when he was talking about like Emiru's nuke on him, was he was like, yeah, was I controlling? Maybe, but I tried to, it was because I didn't want her to hang out with certain people or wear certain things or whatever, because I wanted to protect her. I wanted to prevent her from harm. And I'm like, what a crazy abuser thing to say. Like, I want to prevent her from harm, so I'm going to harm her. Like, hello? He also blackmails people. The manipulation was next level. Yeah, people were saying that he's gonna like go nuclear or some shit now that this dropped. So yeah. Maya also says in another clip, I won't play it, but this one here on Wine About It, where she's like, yeah, I dated someone who would go like 150 miles an hour in the car and talk about killing us. And then Emiru also said he did that. So seems like it's probably the same person. I did everything she said I did, but the rabbits though. Yeah, and like the rabbit argument, so essentially what that was that Mizkif was saying, or Emiru said, once I drop this on Mizkif, he's going to try and convince everybody that I neglected my rabbits to death. And then that's the first thing Mizkif literally said. But then on top of that, it's like, even if she did neglect her rabbits to death, if you lived with her and you let that happen, are you also not like responsible for that? Like if that was actually what was happening and you saw those rabbits being neglected and you do nothing about it, you are complicit in that. If that actually did happen, nobody would have believed him anyways. Yeah, I mean, he's already kind of known as shady. Dude, there's this other crazy Maya clip where he's talking about what happens if she were to get more views than him, because Emmy said that he would flip out on her when she got more views than him.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset.
No, okay. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, Chad. I used to
people like to believe
get
women, yeah.
fucking
People
pissed
do, but I think Miz
like,
has always had like kind of a bad
serious?
rap.
I brought this
has
bitch
worked
into
in
the
Emmy's
world,
favor.
and now all of a sudden she's fucking growing faster than I was.
The way he casually calls her a
like
bitch in this, I know.
And she was going like this, and I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like,
the fact
you were such a pussy.
The fact that you can say that and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
And guess what? I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
I think it's just important to show that corrupt.
Like, dude, that's crazy. Emmy said that he threw a tantrum when she was surpassing him in viewers and would never let them stream at the same time. So seems like there's a lot of evidence to back her up from the past. It's crazy. I brought this bitch in the world is insane. I know. That's so insane. But yeah, I mean, I love seeing bad people get exposed. We love that. It's emotional immaturity, but even he has zero awareness of it. I mean, he's just like psychotic. It's more than just emotional immaturity, because there are people that are emotionally immature, but they're not like malicious. Like he clearly is like a very like malicious, vengeful person who has a tiny ego. And I'm like, who's watching this content? Is it just like little teenage boys? Because like I have a lot of friends who are really into streams and like watch a lot of Twitch. I never hear any of them say like, yeah, I'm a Mizkif watcher. Why are these women okay with being in a relationship with a man that throws tantrum when they have more success than him? Well, they're not okay with it, but like, you know, the way that abusive relationships work is like, usually the people are quite helpful to you at first, and you guys like fall in love, and they kind of put on like a mask, and they kind of fill whatever emotional hole that you need, be that like your self-confidence or like someone to look after you or all that. And then they kind of flip around and are crazy. Leaving is much easier said than done, right? Or people would do it. I never understood how they had any views. There's Oshin's basically agreed with almost every accusation. No, literally. Like he said, I never threatened Emmy's staff, but I told them if she spoke about me, I would destroy her. Yeah, like abusers love people who are easily manipulated. Yeah, and abusers will always go for people who are like, and I'm not trying to insult anyone who's been with an abusive person. I don't want to say weak of mind, but like, you know, there's something they need. Like they're either very low self-confidence or they are, you know, they just went through like a traumatic period in their life where they need someone and they'll kind of fill that role. So then the person will get emotionally attached to them, right? Like there's a reason why abusive people will never go for someone who's like super self-confident, super sure of themselves. Like they avoid people like that. Vulnerable, exactly, vulnerable. So she also posted messages Mizkif said to her, and like she has all these texts and they're all really crazy. And apparently he used ChatGPT to say crazy shit for her. Like, so he's just pretty much love bombing her, asking her if she's willing to talk, and then also just saying psychotic shit to her. It's insane. That's why it's important to love yourself and have healthy boundaries. But I think that's easier said than done. ChatGPT love bombing. Yeah, she literally was like, I can tell from how these are written that he's ChatGPT'd a lot of them. Why would you ChatGPT harassment? I mean, like, why would you harass someone in the beginning? But I don't know why I find it so kind of funny that he is ChatGPTing that. I think he expressed wrongdoing without AI assistance. Was he even fully expressing wrongdoing here? But yeah, that's what I think. I can give her the plushie thing. Oh my God, yeah. This is him talking about the accusations. I'll just play it for a little bit. But like,
East goes after me.
He pretty much just owns up to everything. I'm not gonna
That is exactly what I said.
I don't know about that. He might just be like a bad person. Like he could be bipolar, but I think like sometimes we're like so quick to attribute like mental illness to people who do all these bad things. And there are a lot of cases that are mental illness. But I think there are also cases like some people just suck. Like they're just like an evil, sucky person. Now he just has anger issues. He's a narcissist, that too. But yeah, he literally said he owned up to literally everything pretty much in his rebuttal video. And like his rebuttals were not even rebuttals. He was like, I may have punched holes in walls and thrown things at her, but she threw a plushie at me. And like, it's insane that he thinks he's cooking. Like he thinks he's cooking. And everyone's like, you are not cooking, bro. He's like, I didn't threaten her, but I did tell her staff I would end her if she says anything against me. And the crazy part too, that a lot of people point out, is that he was reading off a script. So that means like, this is like the most well said he can come up with. And that's that. Some of the messages, him talking about how he's healed and he's in a better place. Yeah, because the messages, I didn't read them all that she posted because they were just too much. But they were kind of manic, you know, like going back and forth between like, oh, like bad things and then trying to love bomb. He's not bipolar. He's consistently an asshole. He also admitted to doing drugs. I mean, that is neither here nor there unless you're saying that's affecting his personality. Whatever you do on substances, I still think you're accountable for. Because so many people try and use whatever substance they're on is like such a heavy scapegoat. He's a bad person, but he did stop, but he shouldn't have done it in the first place. E.g., like when someone's crying and they're your ex-girlfriend, you shouldn't try and stick your hands down her pants. Like we're not going to give him a pat on the back for not being a full-blown rapist. He's still evil and awful. He shouldn't have done it in the first place. He's rich, he can just buy new friends. I guess so, but it seems like his only path, if he wants to keep streaming, is what happens every time anyone gets mega canceled, is they're going to become like a hyper right-wing grifter. Like he's going to join like the manosphere or something like that. And honestly, like I feel like his vibe was kind of already that anyways. So, because like no normal people would accept him, honestly. He's going to join ICE. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the heaviest right-wing grift one can do, right? Well, the funny thing is, like, his video, his response, he, like, inadvertently was not taking accountability, but he was admitting to it. But, like, he doesn't even realize, like, he's, like, admitting to it. I didn't abuse her. I just, you know, threw things at her, told her what to do, what to wear, where to go. I wasn't controlling. I just, you know, picked out all her outfits and didn't let her do this and that and that. Like, it's just insane. The cognitive dissonance is insane. You either go full apology tour or you go full right-wing grift under Asmund. Yep, there is no in-between. There is no in-between. Assuming that, like, everything she said he's done has been true, and it quite seems like it is, like, you're just too far gone at that point. Like, you're just, like, this is who he is. Like, his soul is chopped. Like, he's just, like, a bad person through and through. I have one more clip that I just found randomly, so I thought I would show you guys. It's just like a very old clip or oldish clip of him and Emmy. I'm like, damn, like why were we letting these things happen on Twitch? I guess people didn't connect the dots, but here, just listen.
You go out, you cry a lot, your stomach hurts all the time, you don't work at all, you don't do anything, you're lazy as hell, you're pretty much an abomination, you're weak, you're pathetic. I think he's got everything.
Like, I think those are the type of things that people would just be like, oh, like, it's just banter between, like, a couple or friends or whatever. But when you think about it, one, with context, it's clearly not just banter. And then two, on top of that, like, you wouldn't say that to your partner. Like, I think of I think of even my worst relationships. I'm like, they would have never said anything like that to me, even as a joke. That's toxic. It is. Some joking ambiguity if you don't see the whole picture, but looking back and out looks bad. Exactly. Yeah. Like, maybe if he was a totally different person, it would be different, right? But within context, you're like, oh, just more fuel to the fire.